home fans. Just what's going through your mind? What's the excitement level like right now?
We haven't played at home all season, and our fans have been really hungry for it. We did play a game in Iowa that they traveled for, but anytime you can give out rings and raise a championship banner, it's special. And sure, we've been able to do it twice and been one of the winningest men's professional teams in North American soccer, and we don't take that for granted. But each one feels better and better. So really super excited for the fans and the players to get that hardware, and I made sure it's pretty special.
Designing it, what were things that you wanted out of the rings?
It was hard because we did a perfect ring a couple of years ago when we won, and we have some different iterations of the logo. So we wanted to do something commemorating the Players Shield, which is winning the regular season, which in Europe is probably a bigger deal than winning the playoffs. Commemorating the two trophies and commemorating Omaha and our owl. So I'm excited to show you all, what it's gonna look like.
Cole told us about just how much he appreciates the coaching staff and the ownership here for how serious they take this club. From your perspective, what goes into all of that to make sure this is a really special experience, not for the fans, but also these players?
Yeah, so we're really focused on that, and these it's like for me, it's having like 22 sons in the summer, and I love these kids and men, and we do a couple things. One of the things is we try to have as many of them possible live under the same roof to create that bond. And when players are scattered all over the city and they see each other in the locker room and they see each other at a game, it's not that same bond. So they'll go to camp. Plug for camp, great bar, and it's like a fraternity a little bit. We make sure as many meals as possible together. We also want to give them the best nutrition possible, and things that maybe they don't know about, that they don't have a personal trainer for to pay attention to. So for me, and I tell them this at the beginning of every season, I want to raise great human beings. I want them to be a better person that they were before, that they are after, and I want them to go as far as they can in their career. So we want to do all the things they can leave us and be better in whatever their job is, whatever their future is, and we want to give them joy in soccer. And there are a lot of players come here and maybe they lost the joy from where they played last time, but they get it here, and I'm proud of that when I hear that.
Obviously, any talent you get from any level is awesome, but when you bring local products back too, and you have a few of those, that's always a little bit more meaningful.
It's awesome, and their high school friends show up, and the parents are there, and yes, we try to do that as much as possible. And you want to balance winning, and you want to balance homegrown. So we continually try to do that. But really, we want to be a stepping stone for the younger players. We want to be a stepping stone to go on with their career, and for some of the older players, we want them to really have this be special if they're at the end of their career, really have a special experience here, which we've been successful in doing.
Gary, what's the latest you can share on the goal of getting this club a stadium and where that lies right now?
Yeah, so obviously we need a stadium. Every USL team wants a stadium, so we continue to work on that. Hines is our development consultant. We also have HOK as our architect, and we are working very hard to get a stadium. Can't really talk much about it now, but hope to in the future, in the near future.
How important is that as this club continues to grow and win, and you see the USL going to a promotion and relegation system coming up? How important is that?
Yeah, it's really important. It's really important. Look, we do the best we can with the baseball stadium. We want to give the fans in the fixed seats the best view, so we spend a little extra money and we go right field to the third base dugout, and so we do the best we can here. But really, we don't have a balanced schedule. I think 2 out of our first 10 games are at home. It's great for the players to have more of a balanced schedule because we're the second tenant here. It just has to be that way. But soccer vantage points, having suites, having group areas, and really having the soccer experience. We would love to base the stadium with an owl theme and really do some different things that we're trying to be creative about. But we want people nationally talking about Omaha and talking about their stadium. We want to make it different. We don't want it to be a vanilla stadium. We want it to be different.
Is downtown still the goal?
We'd love it to be downtown. We love what's happening down there. We were just speaking with the guys from Hines, and I think they're roughly 93% leased at Brickline. And we asked, who's moving there? Are people coming from out west? And they said, no, it's new people coming to Omaha. So when that's the whole key. That's the whole key to Brain Drain, right? To have the young people come and be in Omaha, and so that we can get as many young people as possible. And I think the housing downtown is really important towards that. And then I thought that was interesting that it's mostly new people moving there to Omaha.
Ahead of the season, you guys announced the contract extension for your head coach as well, and you guys talked about, obviously the wins speak for themselves, but what else is it that he brings to this club that's made this team so successful?
That's a great question. First of all, to me, you can't win unless the owner and the coach are really close, and I'm really close with Dom, and I love what he brings, the positivity he brings to the locker room. And when you're a coach, you're part recruiter, part strategist, and part psychologist. And he's just so positive and so infectious with his positiveness that I feel like I want to have somebody who has my belief system and being positive and caring deeply about the players, not just as players but as people. And him and I really we connect on that.